Hello, welcome to another episode of F Talk, and I'm super excited to welcome Ashley Parker today. I'm going to be chatting to her about her business, which is going to be very exciting. But first of all, thank you if you're watching this on the replay. Please say hi in the comments below, give us some hearts, some thumbs up, and if you've never watched me before, my name's Gemma Stone. I'm the founder of the F Movement, and the F Movement is all about me empowering amazing, ambitious women to stop holding themselves back and to run unstoppable businesses. That's what it's all about for me, for them to really believe in themselves, because after all, self-belief is the foundation for any successful business. Hi, we've got people joining already, so thank you for that. Please shout out if you do. And today we're going to be talking to Ashley, so we're just going to wait for her to join us. But if you've never heard of the F Movement before, we do have an amazing free group, which is an amazing community of like-minded women just like you who are passionate about working for themselves, doing work they love. Maybe you're just at the beginning of your journey and you're thinking about setting up your own business. Maybe you've been doing it for years. Whatever the place you're in right now, you can come over to our community and really feel supported, inspired, empowered, and and offer support to other women as well who may be in a different position. And it's just a great place to be, basically. So come join the party. That's over at the F Movement. I'll put a link in after this live. Let's just see if Ashley's here. She'll be on her way, hopefully. Hi Emily, thanks for watching. Hi Pauline. How are you ladies doing today? Freezing? That's an F word, right? It's cold, isn't it? It's cold, but the sun's shining, which is lovely. I love it when it's like that. It's nice. So I'm looking forward to talking to Ashley today. I'm seeing if she's on. Can you give me some thumbs up, some hearts, ladies? See if that's working. That would be great. Hello, Emily. How are you? So yeah, F Talk. If anyone else, if you're watching this and you're thinking, I'd love to go on there and talk to Gemma about the F Talk, about my business and talk to inspire other women who are watching about your journey, then please get in touch with me. Join my group, and then you can sign up. You can choose a week, and we can talk together. Let's see, Ashley. Here she is. Let's get her on. Hi, Beth. Thanks for joining. Let's see if Ashley. Yes, I think she is. Hooray! Hi,
I
Ashley.
got really panicked then. I was like, where's the invite?
You're here. Yay.
I'm here.
How are you doing today?
I'm all right, thank you. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Freezing.
So excited to talk to you, and thank you for agreeing to do this F Talk interview with me. Really exciting. So please start by telling us a bit about yourself and what you do. What's your business all about?
So, that's a really good question. But before I came on, I was like, God, how am I going to describe this? So I have a couple of businesses. I started out teaching hypnobirthing, but also alongside that, I'm a relationship counsellor, and then so I've done both alongside each other for 6 years, and then I saw a bit of an overlap quite early on between having a baby and your relationship, strangely.
Yeah.
And I kind of sat on it for quite a long time, and then realized that I was really missing a trick, because what was happening is I was seeing people at the start of having baby, and then seeing a lot of couples, not necessarily couples I'd worked with, but in that first 2 years after a baby of just like really feeling lost. But that is kind of, so my hypnobirthing, so I work as a relationship therapist. Well, I work as a counsellor to individuals as well, but that's kind of my thing. And then I still do the hypnobirthing, but it's kind of evolved into more of a sort of not just about how to prepare for having a baby, but also like the next bit, which people sort of surprise me when they say, oh, we're not worried about that bit. But also simultaneously, I think that from my own experience and having seen lots of women postnatally, I realized that there was a bit of my kind of the fire in my belly was maybe more leaning towards women. So in sort of the last few months, I have been developing a course which is a labour of love. I thought I'll just do it, I'll get it out there, It's still not out. And
Okay.
it's been a slow burner. But so I started like this Mother Up, which was basically on the back of seeing couples who were coming to me, or women who were coming to me and saying, you know, I'm absolutely lost in my relationship. I've kind of, I feel like a switch has gone off. And that's in lots of ways, but often kind of around their sexuality and sort of feeling like, oh God, now I'm a mum. Who am I in this relationship? But they were coming with the sort of idea that that they needed to fix themselves for their marriage or for their partnership. And, you know, it was kind of, the focus was about sort of it being like a means to an end, like, oh, we need, you know, this is such a part of our relationship, so I need to do this. And I was sort of buying into that a little bit, like, oh yeah, you know, everybody needs to be, you know, having that as a part of their relationship. And then realized that actually I found it quite alarming that women in general were sort of seeing it as a means to an end and not like, actually, I kind of want this for me. Yeah. So that is sort of, that's where I'm at. So I'm doing both. I'm still doing, yeah. But it's kind of, I feel like it's going to be an ever evolving thing, because it's meant so much to me that I think I've sort of faltered and been like, oh God, it's so important. It's got to be right. But actually, yeah. I think it's just going to be an evolving process. So I'm going to get the course out, and then it'll probably just keep growing.
Yeah, well, I think it does. I think business does, right?
Yeah.
You kind of, things evolve and change, and you get passions for new things. I mean, the core of it's always there, what you really love to do, but it does change and evolve, like you say. So definitely. Yeah. So what made you decide to work for yourself in the first place, in case there's ladies watching who are thinking about it?
So I worked. So I've always done the hypnobirthing for myself, which is sort of how, I mean, there isn't really an option, I don't think, to do it. But that was because I did it alongside having children, like having my babies. It was a bit like, not like a hobby, but I think I saw it as, because I loved it so much, I felt like it wasn't really okay to see it as a business.
Okay.
And then I worked at Relate up until April. So I worked, so I did that alongside. So Relate was like my proper job. And then, and even that is like, I feel like, oh, I really love that. So is it okay to have a job that you love? It's which is bizarre, I know, but that's kind of, you know, the more that I look into this, more I realize that people are like, oh, you know, you have to be working really hard and doing something really shit to feel like you're earning. And then, so I went on my own a couple of years ago in the counselling, but I stayed at Relate as well. And I think the motivation was just that I wanted to just do it my own way. I wanted to sort of, and probably as well because of the children. So like, I wanted to be at home with them as much as I could be, but also do something that was for me as well. Yeah. So So
well done.
Yeah.
And for the leap as well, and you know, going solo. Not easy, is it? It's not easy, but it sounds like it's amazing and all going really well. So that's fab. So what would be one of your kind of learning experiences? What bit of advice would you give to somebody who's thinking of, you know, is in that position where they're working and maybe aren't in love with what they're doing, and they've got a passion for something else, but because they're so passionate, they can't see it as work.
Yeah.
What would be that one bit of advice you might give to them?
I think take the leap. I think you have to. I think if you don't, there's nothing to lose. So I am a worrier. Ironically, the therapist, the worrier. I was always a person that sort of felt like, you know, I would think of every outcome, and I probably still do to a certain extent. But I think also surrounding yourself, so like your group, surrounding yourself with people who are doing similar things. So for me, the big turning point was I switched over my course, my hypnobirthing course, and started doing someone else's course who's actually also a sort of mindset and amazing coach woman. And I started to sort of be around people online, albeit all my virtual friends, But
Yeah.
and then suddenly thought, oh my gosh, actually, like there's loads of people doing this, loads of people wanting to do it. So I do think it is just take the leap. I do think you just have to believe that the ground's going to meet you.
Yeah,
and it doesn't
totally.
matter.
It's all about,
yeah.
It's about self-belief at the end of the day, and it's not an easy place to be, but
No.
but like you say, community, finding other like-minded women who are doing similar things, can be really motivational, can't it? So yeah, it's really cool. So F words. Tell me about your F word. What would be your, because obviously I'm all about F words, as you know, and that's what the F movement's about. But it is about, you know, those inspiring things like, you know, fierceness and fun and family. And there's also the things we embrace, like, you know, failure, fear, all the things that hold us back. What's your F word at the moment, today? What's your vibe?
Fired up.
Yes.
2 words. But yeah, I feel I think I have like most people, I have like a really great point in my cycle where I feel like a superwoman. I'm having that day. So
awesome.
yeah, so I'm feeling very fired up, and I think just fired up. I think that, and I am quite fearful most of the time, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
But I think you're always on the edge, aren't you? I say to people all the time, kind of like, if you're frightened, you're only sort of one step away from like being anxious is only similar to being excited. So if you can kind of just steer over to the other side,
exactly. And what things, I mean, the F movement and what I stand for is all about honesty and you know, being open about, you know, our journeys as entrepreneurs, owning businesses and doing work that we love. What are the things that get in your way then? Because you mentioned, you know, you're a worrier. You've already said that already. But what are the things that hold you back sometimes?
Honestly, I think probably for a long time feeling worried about judgment. So like, you know, thinking that you have to fit into a certain be a certain way or being like not being liked. And I think just embracing that I don't care now if people don't like me, which is really nice. Like, I really don't care. Like, I've realized that when I started out, I thought I needed to have, you know, like I had to serve everybody, and actually I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and that's okay. And it's so much nicer to work with people who, so if I'm showing my real self and they come to me, they know what they're getting. I swear I'm, you know, it's kind of like a disclaimer at the beginning. So I think, and money has been in my way, probably, like lack of money. So kind of trying to do everything on a shoestring and like from scratch, and not having so sometimes, like last week, I felt, you know, I had quite a difficult week in the sense that I wasn't feeling great, and I thought, there's no day off. There's no like, I'm not doing this. But actually, I realized there is, you know, like I could just say today I'm taking a day off, because everybody needs to do that. So I think money, probably worrying about what people think of me, have been things that have stood in my way. But I feel like I'm moving much closer to, if I'm not already there, I feel like I'm much closer to sort of just feeling like I don't care if people, you know, if I'm not someone, you know, if I'm not the right person. That's why it's so great that there's so many people that do all this stuff, because it's important that you have the right person.
Yes, definitely. And I love that. And I guess what would it have been then? What has helped you get to that place from worrying about what people think and lack of money and constantly working to now thinking, actually, I know I'm not for everybody? How do you get to that place? If someone's watching thinking, that's what's stopping me from like going live or doing a blog post or reaching out to customers.
I think it is like I said, right, just it's being amongst like-minded people. So I think what you're doing, and you know, people being in the same company and sort of seeing that other people are doing it. So I did a challenge last year. I'd never ever, and I know you've done a video challenge. I'd never ever done a video. And I thought, that is my absolute worst nightmare. Honestly, it was like I couldn't eat, and here I am doing this. But I thought,
me too.
God, it's horrendous. And Susie Ashworth, who's the hypnobirthing program that I teach, she did this video challenge. And because I was amongst all these other women who were also doing it, there was absolutely no way I was going to back out. Like, I had to do it. And on the last day, I had to sing on the video, which was even worse. And my mum said, God, whoever this woman is, it's amazing. But like, it's all in the same vein. Everything I see you're doing, like, and I think business coaching or personal coaching is, you know, like, I would have never understood what that was before, and now I've sort of dipped in and out. And I think just having like someone to sort of kick your ass a little bit and say, it's okay. It's okay,
yeah,
just
exactly.
do it. What have you got to lose?
Yeah, exactly. No, such a good point, and I absolutely love that you did the challenge, because it is scary, and I was absolutely scared before I did my first live, and I never ever thought I would do it, and I did do it, and now look, you know. So it's always about taking that first step and feeling that fear and doing it anyway, I guess.
Yeah.
Well done. I'm for singing. Can't say I've done that one.
Oh,
not
God.
sure. Well done.
I think the other thing is, when you're doing it on a business page, you think no one can see it. And it's when you, like, when I go in the post office and someone goes, oh, I saw your video the other day. And I'm like, did you? How did you do that?
Weird.
Funny, yeah.
But you got to do it. You got to put yourself out there, I guess, and do those scary things. Because like you said, it's so close to the excitement feeling as well. Yeah. Very similar, aren't they?
And it's always so much easier than you expect it to be. The fear of it is always so much bigger than what it actually is. Once you've done it, you just think, oh, well. And the worst case is you delete it. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
If you hate it, you just delete it.
Exactly. Oh, thank you so much for joining me today. How can people find out more about you and your business? Where could we? So
obviously the hypnobirthing is quite niche. You need to be pregnant.
Yeah.
But the Light This Mother Up stuff is, although it is kind of aimed at mums, because I think that there is a definite something about that transition between motherhood and, I don't know what it is. I'm still in it. So just, I mean, I can put in my Facebook page, or you can.
Yes.
And this, it's coming. I keep saying it's coming. It really is. This month it's coming. I am making myself accountable. It's happening.
Amazing. What's it called again?
Light This Mother Up.
I love that. Oh, that's amazing. What a cool title. So it's going to be a program that people can join.
Yes.
So
it's going to be. Yeah, it's going to be. It's going to be a sort, because the quickly, just to say, the other thing is that I think what often inhibits people from getting or talking to someone or getting help is, A, they think they're the only ones, and B, because trying to get to see someone when you've got small children or whatever is really hard. So initially it was going to be a sort of online course aimed at couples, but now I think there's going to be an element of that. But I think for me, it is about women sort of becoming more in tune with what they need, because then I think the ripple effect is then it will be that affects the relationship.
Yeah.
So
exactly. I love it.
Going to be online, and
Awesome. I love it. It sounds amazing. I can't wait to hear more about it, and definitely post in the group about it.
Will do.
On the back of this in the F movement. And if you're not there and you're watching now, please join us. Oh, look, there's some ladies on here.
Yeah. Oh, look, it's Deborah.
Deborah, she thinks you look lovely. So do I, Deborah. Isn't she awesome? And Liz and Jane. Hi, Jane. And Jessica. There's lots of ladies joined us today. So thank you for doing that. And thank you so much, Ashley. It's been lovely.
And you. Lovely to see you.
No, you too. I love this. We're so lucky, aren't we? I'm so grateful to have this online virtual space and just do things like this.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I know.
Amazing.
I know.
Pop your details in the comments so everyone can find more out about you, what you're doing, and thank you so much.
Okay, take care.
Okay, well, have a lovely day.
Bye,
and I'll speak to you.
Bye.
So yay, thanks Ashley. Oh, she's just awesome, and I absolutely love everything you stand for, Ashley. So thank you for joining me today. And if you're watching, you've got your own business and you're not in the F Movement group, come and join us in that community, because it's a fab place to be. And then you can get in touch with me, and maybe we'll be talking soon on a Facebook Live, and you can tell us all about your business, because this is what I want it to be. F Talk is about a platform to empower you to be able to come on here with me, tell people about what you do, why you do it, why you're passionate about it, and to have an honest chat with me. Because if you're watching and you're thinking, oh, I could never do that, or my business isn't going as the way I thought it was going to go, you're not alone. You're not alone. Like Ashley said, you know, people get put off because they think they're the only ones going through experiences. Well, you're not. There's loads of us going through the same things, and that's what it's about. It's about honesty and talking about it, which is what the F Talk's all about. So thank you so much for joining, ladies, and I will speak to you all soon. Come join the group. I'll see you in there. Have a good day. Be fierce with your dreams. You've totally got this. Bye.